Hi, this is Tina Benson with Stack Canine Training. I'm going to talk to you about puppy basics today, the top 10 things that you need to know to start out on the right foot with your puppy. Probably the most common question I get is potty training for puppies. So keep it consistent. That's the most important thing. A puppy can hold its bladder for 1 hour per month of age. So by the time you get your puppy, they're usually 8 weeks old or 12 weeks old. So by then, they could hold it at 8 weeks, 2 hours max, okay? And just realize that overnight, the bladder does slow down. So you want to put them to bed with an empty bladder, lift the water up a couple of hours before you put them to bed, and then you are going to have to get up in the middle of the night to get them out. And if you're consistent with that, that should go away pretty quickly. But consistency is key. So you want to make sure that you're keeping a log and that you are going out the same door each time that you potty, and take your puppy to the same designated area each time. You're going to go to an area and you're just going to plant your feet and wait your dog out, okay? If your puppy doesn't go right away, then fine, bring him back in, put him up in the crate, wait 10, 15 minutes, take him back out. And you may want to jot down the time it is that you took him out. Did he go number 1, number 2? And then you're going to kind of gauge from there. And do remember that accidents happen all the time. It's part of raising a puppy. Don't get mad. You just want to make a mental note of, hey, I waited too long and I got to get out sooner. And you'll also become in tune to your puppy's signals that they have to go. Sometimes they'll go to the door. Sometimes they'll just sit and stare at you. Sometimes they just go. So the signs are subtle at first, but you'll begin to tune into what they are. And if you do have an accident in the house, you want to get this Nature's Miracle to clean up the, this is an enzyme, and it cleans up the urine so the puppy doesn't start to think that, oh, hey, I'm marked here and this is a toilet. You don't want that. So always get yourself an enzyme cleaner to clean it up. All right. And don't be mad at your puppy if there's an accident. Bop yourself on the head and make a note of, hey, that was on me, my bad, I got to get out sooner for my puppy. Same door, same place each time, okay? Next thing is you want to have puppy parties as much as possible. This is part of the socialization process for pups, which is extremely important. You want to expose them to as much as possible, as often as possible. So you want to bring in people to your home. Do it in your home, especially if you've got a puppy who doesn't have all their vaccines. You have to be safe about this. So don't go take your dog to the Home Depot right away. You need to have people come to you, have men, women, children, everyone that you can think of, neighbors. Just bring in everyone you can to meet your puppy, to handle your puppy. He will get to see different personalities, different scents. Some people wear perfume. He'll, be able to get all these different things that are brand new to a puppy. You also want to run the blender in your house or run the vacuum in your house at a safe distance. Of course, you don't want to scare your puppy, but you do want him to get used to noises like play the radio, anything that will be different to your puppy, or first time exposure to your puppy. You may want to download an MP3. You can get them from YouTube or from an app store, and it just plays all kinds of different sounds like thunderstorms and babies crying and motorcycles revving, engines revving, things like that. Anything, and just play that low in the background at certain times during the day, just to get your puppy used to different things, okay? And then also too, part of that process of exposing your puppy to different things, have some grooming tools, okay? Most dogs do not like to go to the groomer, but if you take your puppy and you start to get them used to a brush and nail clippers, I'm not saying you need to clip the nails right away, but if you just are able to, when the puppy is calm, hold the paw and just take the nail clipper to the nail and just sort of make the noise or touch the paw, And then eventually, as your pup gets used to it, maybe you can clip a nail, and maybe it's one nail a night. When your puppy's calm, you just, work your puppy into it. And you can also give some treats while you're doing this to make it a positive association for your puppy. But do your very best to expose your pup now to these things so that they don't develop fears and anxieties over these things that they need to go through as part of their life as dogs. The next thing I always recommend, this is such a fantastic time to bond with your puppy, is train your pup with kibble. Okay, don't just put the kibble in a bowl and say, here, go ahead, have fun, Fido. No, take your dog's daily kibble and use it as 3 different times during the day for you to interact with your dog and train your dog. Sit, down, come, if you want to start doing some tricks with that kibble. But the point is that you will be interacting with your dog, so you're building a relationship with him, and you will be training him at the same time and basically asking him, hey, in exchange for me giving you this food, you're going to do something for me. And that's a really healthy thing to teach your puppy. And it's, you knock out so much by doing this. You're building a bond with them, you're teaching them, and you're also feeding him. So it's a process I encourage you to get into the habit of and follow through with it your puppy's whole puppy lifelong. It's something that you will not be sorry that you did. The next thing is I really encourage you to get your puppy used to the crate. The sooner the pup is used to the crate, the better. It's a skill that you always want your puppy to have as they grow into an adult dog. And I hear so many times, oh, I feel bad, for my dog. I don't want to leave my dog in a crate. I let him out, and then he chews the furniture and he eats this and that and gets into all kinds of trouble. Well, first of all, as a puppy, you can't do that. You've got to have your pup in a crate to keep him safe, okay? Otherwise, he's either going to eat something and die, or he's going to end up needing surgery, and you're going to be out $3,000 because he ate a sock and they had to go in and retrieve it, okay? So you want to make sure that the crate is a positive experience, all right? And once your puppy is acclimated to the crate, don't let him lose that skill as he gets older. Okay, it doesn't mean that your dog always has to be in a crate, but if they have the skill, let them keep it. I know so many people who just, oh, now he's an adult dog, I'm just going to leave him out. No, let him stay in the crate. It's a safe place. It's important for your puppy to be there, to be safe. Make sure the crate is big enough. I know there are some crates where they have a separator that you can sort of make smaller if your dog has accidents in the crate. Please be very careful about those separators, okay? Your dog can be so crammed that it can cause, orthopedic problems for your dog. So if your pup is having accidents, it's because you're not getting them out enough. If you're not home enough, then have a pet sitter come in. Look up a pet sitter and have someone come in and take care of your puppy while you're gone, okay? Because it's not fair. If you're going to have a puppy, you have to be able to spend enough time with it, do the minimum things that it needs in order to have success. If your puppy whines in a crate or barks in a crate because it doesn't want to be there, especially when you're home, you can use this thing called a bonker, just a rolled up towel, and I've duct taped mine. This will save your mind, I'm telling you, because it can drive you crazy when your puppy starts to whimper, whine, and carry on because they want to get out. All you do is you take a boom, nice little whack on the crate, say quiet, and it really does, it works like a charm. And it's not cruel, guys. This is not cruel. This bonker has saved my mental health countless times. So that's a bonker. You want to use it? Next, please get a regular 4-foot leash for your puppy. No retractables, no harnesses, and no bungee leashes, okay? That's bad news. 4-foot leash and a regular collar. Okay, this is a blended little martingale collar. That's fine for now. For a puppy, it's fine. Get your puppy used to a collar. And you can get this kind too, the little flat collar. It's adjustable. Get a proper fitting collar, and please, guys, make sure that you get an ID tag for it. You don't have to put the puppy's name, but you do need your contact information, have your vet's information as well. I've heard some people don't like to put their dog's name on it because if they lose their dog and their dog is really cute, you know, someone then knows their name and may not give them back. It's a personal preference. I don't put my dog's name on the tag, but I do have a couple of different phone numbers where I can be reached, and I have my vet's contact information too. And that's in addition to the chip, okay? If your dog is chipped and your dog runs away from you in the morning, do you know how long it's going to take for that dog to get to a vet to have the chip read? It's just easier if you can to have your phone number there. Somebody gets your dog, they find them, they call you right away. All right. Retractable leashes, why I hate them? Because they stink. You have no control over your dog. You have no means of communication when your dog is way up, you know, far away from you on a retractable. Plus they can get into trouble because they're too far away from you. So don't do that. Keep them on a 4-foot leash and use the leash as a means of communication. Don't go there. Stay with me. Okay? And the other no-no, don't take your puppy to a dog park. In fact, if you have an adult dog, don't take your adult dog to a dog park either, okay? Because dogs are historically not well behaved at dog parks, okay? Because pet owners typically don't understand body language of their dog or another dog. And also, you can get all kinds of diseases at a dog park, okay? So please just don't take your dog to a dog park. Not necessary. If you want your dog to be a well-balanced, well-adjusted dog, you can achieve that just by having people come over to your house and meet your dog, have children meet your puppy, handle your puppy, have your puppy exposed to the car, outside, other dogs at a safe distance, or if there's a fence separating you on your property, if other dogs come up, then fine, then let your puppy see those dogs. But if you're also, back to socialization real quick, if you're on a walk with your puppy, don't let another puppy or dog come up to yours, okay? Because I can tell you countless times this has happened to me personally and clients of mine. Oh, let me have my dog meet your dog. He's friendly, and then as soon as he gets up to your dog, he wants to take a bite out of him. Don't let that happen. You have to advocate for your dog at all times. So you just politely say, no thanks, he's in training, or if you're comfortable saying, no way, buzz off, I don't want any parts of your dog, that's cool too. Whatever you have to do to advocate for your dog, it's really important. So do that, and you're going to save a whole bunch of heartache later. Next, I like to do this with any puppy that I bring in. I like to give them a little bit of freedom when I can supervise them with 2 eyes at all times. Okay, that's the only time you would ever let your dog loose in the house. And when you let your dog loose in the house, there's a couple rules of thumb you must follow. Number 1, potty the dog first, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna have a mess. Number 2, a very small area. So if you're watching TV in the living room, just gate off the living room. And put a leash on, okay? Put a leash on the dog, and just let them hang out in your space. You can also tether the dog to a piece of furniture and have them do a downstay right next to you while you're watching TV or doing some computer work or whatever it is that you do. But I recommend this if you're going to have your dog loose. I think that's great. Another thing I really love is the exercise pen, which is basically like a playpen for a dog. Okay, so if you don't want to have your dog in the crate, the dog's been in the crate for a while and you don't have time to be taking it out all the time, you can put it in its playpen, which is a nice little area, much bigger than a crate, but you know, still a nice confined area, and you can put it on linoleum if in your kitchen. If he does have an accident, you can clean it up real easily. Put a few toys in there, and a little piece of bedding if you want. maybe a small cushion that they can lay on, but not if they're going to chew it. If they're going to chew it, you can do the bonker again, just to, hey, knock it off, okay, that kind of thing. Get